Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to jump in and talk about the absolute disrespect from the AP poll dropped on Sunday. Tennessee comes out ranked third. And, at the end of the day, maybe it doesn't matter what the AP poll says because the beautiful thing about college football is Tennessee controls their own destiny. This morning we did a live stream, had Eric Kane on, and I kind of tried to bait him into this conversation, but he didn't really take the bait. He's not a big believer in talking about where Tennessee is ranked, so we didn't really jump into it. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the obvious disrespect towards Tennessee. And, at the beginning of the season, we're looking at preseason polls, and I made the comment then, and I still believe it now, you should wait until at least week 4. At least week 4 before any type of poll comes out, because in the preseason, all we're talking about is speculation. All we're talking about is what is on paper. And I think when it comes to the top 25, you've got to look at the body of work. And if you look at the body of work, I don't think there is anybody else in the country outside of Tennessee that deserves to be at the top of the AP poll. We talked about it this morning. It's something you see floating all around Twitter, Facebook. Name a team. Give me a list of teams that have started a season at 6-0 and beat 4 top 25 opponents and also scored more than 35 points in each of those 6 games. You guys already know the answer. There's only one, and that is this 2022 Tennessee football team. I think that's pretty special. Do they deserve to be at the top of the AP poll? We're going to jump into it. We're going to talk about it. As always, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're fans just like you guys. For the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We were live this morning. Locked On Talkin Vols, the crossover with Eric Kane from VolQuest. And also Locked On Vols. Go back, give that a listen. Good conversation talking about that Alabama game. But let's jump into it. Let's talk about this coaches poll, or the AP poll, came out on Sunday. You can see there Georgia ranked at the top, Ohio State number 2, Tennessee number 3. And, I've said it all year. I said it this morning. I think Georgia is the best football team in the country, period. I do believe that. But I think when you look at rankings in the AP poll, I think you can't go by paper. You can't go by what you feel. I think you have to look at the body of work. And again, the beautiful thing about college football, Tennessee is going to have an opportunity here in just a few weeks to go take care of business on the road against Georgia. And if they do that, there will be no doubt. There will be absolutely no doubt. That's why college football is the greatest sport in the country. It's the greatest sport in the world. College football is it. And that's why when we talk about the college football playoff and expanding it, does it really matter? Like, does that game against Georgia really matter if we expand the college football playoff to 16 teams? I mean, it doesn't matter. Tennessee could go lose that game. They could lose another game, and then you're still going to sneak into the playoff. It takes away the beautiful thing about college football, where that game against Kentucky in a couple of weeks just announced it's a night game, conveniently. I love the tweet that Gabe put out. He said, "Tell me it's dark mode without telling me it's dark mode." Kentucky, Halloween weekend, night game. Dark mode is going to be brought out. It's a beautiful thing. But that game against Kentucky, it matters. The game against Georgia, it matters. Every single week matters in the world of college football, and that's the beautiful thing about it. But again, when we look at the top 25, and I just feel like you got to look at the body of work. So let's take a look at it. Let's see who Georgia has beat halfway through the season. You can see there on the screen, Georgia's at 7-0. They beat Oregon in week 1, absolute blowout, 49-3. I think Oregon was ranked pretty high at the time. Now they're down to 10th. Outside of that, they beat Samford 33-0. South Carolina 48-7. Kent State 39-22. Missouri 26-22. They beat Auburn 42-10, and then finally this past weekend they beat Vanderbilt 55-0. So what win? What game on that schedule, on their resume, on their body of work? What game really stands out to you outside of Oregon? I'll wait. No, nothing, nobody. I just don't see, again, when you look at who they've beaten halfway through the year compared to Tennessee. Again, they beat 4 top 25 opponents going into that Alabama game. They were the only team in the country with 3 wins over top 25 opponents. Now, after knocking off Alabama, they're the only team in the country with 4 wins over top 25 opponents. How is that ignored when you talk about rankings in the AP poll? So let's talk about Ohio State. Obviously a good football team. They're a really good football team. On paper, maybe they're better than Tennessee. They beat Notre Dame in week 1, 21-10, pretty big matchup. And for those of you out there that want to say, well, the teams that Tennessee's beat, they're no longer ranked. Neither is Notre Dame. So that argument is invalid. They beat Arkansas State, Toledo, beat Wisconsin 52-21. They beat Rutgers, and then a win this past weekend over Michigan State 49-20. So when you run down the games, the wins, who has the better resume? It's Tennessee. There's no question about it. So again, we can talk about who's the better team on paper, who has the more talent, who has more talent between Tennessee and Alabama, if you look at those teams on paper. Again, that's the beautiful thing about college football. That's why you play the games, and Tennessee is in control of their own destiny. But I just think when you look at the AP poll, when you look at the body of work, Tennessee has done more than Georgia, and they've done more than Ohio State, so they deserve to be at the top. I think they're the best team in college football. They're the media darlings right now. Everybody talking about Tennessee. What a beautiful, beautiful night in Neyland Stadium. Dixieland Delight blaring over the speakers. Fireworks going off, rushing the field, ripping down the goalposts, the celebration that ensued, firing up the cigars. It's a game that 20 years from now, some of you guys will look back and remember where you were at, who you were with when Tennessee entered the street. College football is a beautiful sport. You know, we did the bonus live stream last night, had Papa T on. Just a great conversation about the community, the friendships, the relationships that have all been formed because we all chose to pull for the same team. We all pull for the University of Tennessee. It doesn't matter if you went there. It doesn't matter if you graduated from there. It doesn't matter if you've ever stepped foot on the campus. We all bleed orange. We all... Man, these relationships are formed all because of our love for a football team. That's why grown men watching that game Saturday evening shed tears because it's been 15 long years. And people can make fun of you. They can laugh at you and say you cry over college football. I guarantee you a lot of grown men were crying over college football on Saturday night because we believe in something that's bigger than ourselves. I love the movie Fever Pitch. It's such a funny movie. The guy's a big Red Sox fan, and it's like, When you love the Red Sox, but when have they ever loved you back? And it's the same thing. You love the University of Tennessee. You love this football team. When have they ever loved you back? They love you back every single Saturday during the fall. They're always there. And because of our love for this football team, we unite. We form this community. Wade, one of the listeners of the channel, just got a Talkin Vols tattoo. A Talkin Vols tattoo this morning. Just tweeted it out. Go check that out on Twitter. Because we have built this community. This is the heartbeat of the Tennessee fan base is right here on the Talkin Vols network. And that's because of you guys. I love coming on here and talking Tennessee football with you guys. What Josh Heupel has been able to do in a year and a half. A year and a half, guys. Whether we're ranked first or third, it doesn't matter. We're undefeated. We've handled business halfway through the season. We'll be favored in every single game moving forward outside of that Georgia game. Going to be a huge, huge opportunity. Now we get into coach speak and talk about not looking over Kentucky, obviously. This game on Saturday, it's probably going to be ugly. How in the world does Josh Heupel get this football team dialed in and focused on Tennessee Martin after just what happened Saturday in Neyland Stadium? But you're going to go get the win, get out of there, and start getting ready for Kentucky. Going to be a huge, huge game as well. We can't overlook Kentucky. That's going to be a big one, guys. And I know some of you guys in the chat this morning were going nuts. Boogie, shut up. It's Kentucky. We're going to kill them. We're Kentucky's daddy. Still got to go take care of business. And then that game against Georgia, going to be absolutely huge. And regardless of the disrespect that I feel is being shown towards Tennessee in the AP poll, they're going to have an opportunity to go prove on that Saturday in Athens that they're the best team in the country. Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Has Tennessee been disrespected? I would love to hear what you guys think. Also, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin Vols Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin Vols. Any and all support, greatly appreciated. Thank you to all the new members of the channel. If you're not a member, it's as little as 99 cents a month. That's it. $1. Less than $1. We're about to hit 17,000 subscribers on this channel. If every single one of you could afford to give $1 a month to this channel, then we're going to bring you more content, more live streams. Try to do as many morning streams as possible. because of the way you guys would be able to support this channel. But if not, that's cool. Come hang out, talk Tennessee football, smash the thumbs up. Let's go. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.